Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're jumping right into a truly paradigm-shifting way to view your own human potential. I want you to imagine, just for a second, if you didn't see yourself as just a person navigating the world, but as a highly complex system. A system that can be optimized, upgraded, and literally programmed for absolute success. That is exactly what we're breaking down today as we figure out how to construct the Human Operating Manual.
Okay, let's dive into this, because the source material we're looking at today hits us right out of the gate with this quote. That is a wild and fascinating way to look at life. And honestly, it really is. We are completely stepping away from those abstract, kind of mystical ideas of self-improvement, and we're looking at life squarely through a hardcore engineering lens. We're taking all the guesswork right out of the equation.
Section 1. The Human-Computer Paradigm. Let's explore this idea of hardware and software.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core idea here, which is to start thinking of yourself as a machine that desperately needs the right programming to actually function. Think of your physical body and your brain as your essential hardware. It's a biological supercomputer, and get this, it is capable of processing a mind-blowing 11 million bits of information every single second. In contrast, your software consists of the intangible codes that run your daily life. We're talking about your habits, the information you're consuming, and the creative systems you rely on. It's the perfect contrast between our tangible biological components and the invisible programming that actually directs them.
Section 2. Hardware specs. It's time to talk about upgrading your biology.
Just like looking up the specifications for a brand new computer before you buy it, we have to gather actual data to optimize our bodies. Our source points us to two very specific fields for these hardware specs. First up is longevity science, which gives us the actual protocols to extend our operational lifespan and keep our cells youthful. And second is biohacking, which allows us to fine-tune our daily physical and mental outputs. We do this through highly specific nutrition, sleep, and recovery metrics. This is exactly where we find the actionable data we need to keep the hardware running at absolute peak performance.
Section 3. Software frameworks. Let's move to and see how this builds into programming for prosperity.
So the crucial point is, as any engineer will tell you, having incredible hardware is entirely useless without the right programs running on it, right? So what exactly is human software? Well, the source defines it as a payroll system for prosperity. What that means is actively installing proven wealth-building frameworks to generate compounding resources, right alongside creative systems to maximize your daily output. And what's super amazing here is that installing these high-performance habits actually shapes and strengthens brand new neural pathways in your brain over time. You are quite literally writing the code needed to build the prosperity you want to see in your life.
Section 4. The Operating Manual. Let's look at actually building your guide.
Now we're moving this entire concept away from being just some abstract magic idea into a highly concrete, actionable blueprint. Here is the exact structured process our source outlines to make this happen for you. Step 1. Run fast research to gather those specific hardware and software specs we just talked about. You're pulling the latest data from longevity science and those proven wealth-building frameworks. Step 2. Use NotebookLM to synthesize all of this complex data. And finally, Step 3, generate your own personal operating manual. You're taking all these diverse fields and compiling them together into a tangible, totally personalized guide designed exclusively for your life.
Which brings us to the final thought of this explainer. The source text leaves us with this really provocative question. Would you like me to run a fast research search for the best human software? Things like high-performance habits and wealth-building strategies to get your notebook started? It's such an incredible call to action. The hardware and the software are out there just waiting to be optimized. The only question left is, are you ready to start gathering your specs and engineering your own prosperity? Thank you so much for joining me on This Explainer, and hey, keep optimizing.